let's be honest, this fella right here is in desperate need of a major upgrade.
Ain't no love like a real love, but it goes so fast.
Hey guys, Alex here, otherwise known as Clash with Style, back with another Everdale video for you guys. In specific today, we're going to be jumping in to talk about this handsome little fella right here, and that is of course Otto. So for those who don't know, Otto early game is incredibly strong. I mean, he is
beautiful.
You 100% want to make sure you are making the most of Otto early game, but late game, he's rubbish. The only bonus to Otto late game is the fact that he gives you that chest at the end where you're able to gain some scrolls which will speed up your research. Other than that, I genuinely don't think he is that good, which brings me straight into my idea. So let's jump right into it. So my idea really is not a very complicated one. You'll see where you're currently at the harbor, and if we jump in here, you will see we have all of these different ships and they all have trade relations. Now, I think you guys will see where I'm going with this. Why doesn't Otto have a trade relation? So if we use Glimmering Dales as an example, you guys will see as we progress through, he's going to give us more rewards. So he's going to give us more coins, he's going to give us extra tasks, there is going to be an extended stay. It's overall just going to be a better player experience if you're able to progress through that Glimmering Dales ship. However, from early game to late game, there is a massive difference in Otto, and that is the fact that early game he is really strong, like I mentioned earlier, but late game he suddenly becomes really just not very beneficial. He's going to be able to give us a little bit of gold for a little bit of resources, but honestly I hardly ever use him these days. Mainly I get gold by grabbing those Glimmering Dale ships, because like I showed you guys right there, we have built up a good trade relation with our Glimmering Dale ship. Therefore it means we're going to gain a lot more gold from our precious resources. So the idea I have is very simple. Have your own trade relation with Otto. Everdale needs to implement something where we are able to trade with Otto from really early on in the game, and the more we trade with him, the more Otto points, for example, we get. Using these Otto points, we will progress through. There obviously will be a max like there is with the different ships with Glimmering Dales, for example. But basically what this means is, as you progress, as you put more resources into Otto, he will gradually improve. He'll be able to give you more tasks, he'll be able to give you more gold, he'll be able to give you more potion ingredients, and hopefully that chest at the end. So you guys will see if I do complete all 9 of these tasks, I do get that bonus chest at the end, which usually gives a few gems, a little bit of gold, and of course those research scrolls. And those research scrolls are one of the only reasons I ever really max out Otto currently. So I think if we were to build up a trade relation, a personal trade relation, every village would have one, and it would totally depend on how much you put into Otto. If I was to start a new account and not put anything into Otto, he would be level 1 even if I was level 16, for example. But early game, if I completed him every single day, then I would benefit from that. He would slowly progress and I would be able to gain the rewards from that. So I feel like this is a feature that really wouldn't take too much to implement. I feel like it's a feature that's already in the game because we've of course got it in the harbor with all of the different ships we currently have. You can build up those trade relations with those ships. So surely the Everdale team shouldn't have too much of an issue implementing something like that into Otto and making him far more beneficial to those late game players. Now don't get me wrong, it would frustrate me a little bit if they were to implement it and then I had to start all the way from the beginning, but I still think it would be far better to implement a feature like this and have everyone try and build up their Otto. Of course, there should be a cap at some point like there is with the ships and I mentioned earlier, but I genuinely am really passionate about this idea. I think it would make the Otto experience far better, but it would feel like you're building something up. That is one feature of the game I really love. Like if we look at the harbor here, we are currently building up our trade relations with a few of these different ships, and it actually feels like we're collectively working together to that end goal of maxing out these ships, where of course we are able to gain those bonuses, those additional bonuses. Now I'm not saying that Otto needs the speed up or whatever at the end, but just having the ability, like I mentioned with Glimmering Dales, for example, to get more gold or to simply get more tasks is something I would really genuinely love to see here in Everdale. So let me know your thoughts and feelings on this idea. I'm incredibly passionate about it, and this is a feature I 100% would like like to see in the game. But if you guys have any suggestions on this idea on how to improve it, definitely let me know down in the comments. Also, if you have any ideas of your own that you guys would like to see in an update, I'm always open to hearing your suggestions. I'm always active on my Discord server as well as on Reddit, so you guys can post over there too. But thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this update ideas video, and we'll catch you guys in the next video, whenever that's going to be. Peace.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized.